Facetting is a way of taking a critical look at your plot by splitting it into various subplots. Just like the plot you are looking at, this is a plot showing the scatter plot of carat against price, which has been splitted horizontally by diamond clarity and has been splitted vertically by diamond cut. Hi everyone, my name is Ridwan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can split your plot into subplots. So you can either use the facet grid function or the facet wrap function. The facet grid function can take a single variable for splitting or take two variables for splitting, while the facet wrap function can only take a single variable. So we are going to be using the diamonds dataset, which is available in the ggplot2 package. So we are going to load the ggplot2 library first. So let's take a look at our diamond database first. So we can see that the diamond dataset have 10 columns explaining various properties of the diamond, the carat column explaining the weight of the diamond, the type of cut the diamond is, the color of the diamond, we have the diamond's clarity. These are actually ordinal variables, as you can look at. We have the depth of a diamond, we have the table of the diamond, we have the price of a diamond, and we have columns X, Y, and Z. So now what we are interested in doing, we want to plot a scatter plot just like what you have seen at the beginning of the video. We want to plot a scatter plot of carat against price. We want to see the relationship between carat and price. How does diamond carat affect its price? Do heavier diamonds are heavier diamonds much more expensive, or there are diamonds which are mid-range but also expensive? So let's take a look. The first thing we are going to be doing, we are going to be passing the diamonds data set to the ggplot2 function. ggplot. So we're going to be passing the mappings x. X is going to be equals to carat. I'm going to be passing the y variable, which is price. So we are plotting a scatter plot. We are going to be using the geom points function. So now this is a scatter plot showing the carat against price. As you can see, lower diamonds are less expensive, while we have diamonds with mid-range carats and also higher carat to be expensive. Though we can see that as diamond carat increases, then diamond price also increases. Even though some diamonds with carat of 2 are on the same price with diamonds with carat of 5, carat of 4, and carat of 3. This might be due to reasons such as purity. That is why we have a column called the clarity of a diamond. A diamond might not be pure and it will be heavy, but still be on the same level with the diamond that is very pure with a lower carat. So now let's facet this plot. Now I want to take a look at the clarity of the diamonds. We are going to facet this plot. We are going to split this plot. One thing with the facet grid, you can actually facet your plot either horizontally or vertically. In the plot I showed earlier in the video, the plot was faceted both horizontally and vertically. So what I'm going to do now, we want to facet this plot. We want to split this plot horizontally first. We also split it vertically, and then we can now split it both horizontally and vertically using various variables. So let's split our plot horizontally. So we're going to be splitting our plot by diamond clarity horizontally. We are going to pass the plot to the facet grid function. And we're going to type in clarity and use the tilde sign, then a dot. So now this is our graph showing the same scatter plot we showed earlier on, but splitted horizontally by diamond clarity. So what can you observe from this data? You can now see that most diamonds with higher carat value belong to the I1 clarity class. So you can see a lot of diamonds belonging to the I1 clarity class. While if you now check at other clarity class, you can now see that most of the diamonds are not even, the carats are not even more than 3.5. Especially for most of them, if not for this outlier, the diamond's clarity won't even be more than 3. So which means that a lot of diamonds that are in the I1 class have a clarity more than 3. So we can see that we have diamonds with clarity more than 3. So these are insights which you can get from your data using facetting. By splitting your data, these are insights you can actually get from your data. So this is horizontal way of splitting your data. You can also split it vertically. So you just swap this and bring it here and bring this dot also to the other side. So I'm going to bring this clarity to the right hand side and leave a dot here. We're going to say clarity. So just the same thing I was explaining earlier now, but instead the plot has been splitted vertically, as you can see now. So we're having the various classes and it's still showing us the same explanation that we have. Though one thing now that I want you to observe is that if you look at it, the insight we saw earlier on will be very difficult for us to see in this place, because though we can still see that most diamonds with higher carat fall in the I1 category, but it will still be difficult for us to observe. So the best way of splitting will have been the horizontal splitting. So one thing with splitting your data is sometimes it depends on the kind of visualization you are using. For example, in the scatter plot, in this case, it might be best to use horizontal splitting, but maybe you are using a column graph or a bar graph, then you can use vertical splitting. So now let's split our plots both vertically and horizontally. So I'm going to be using another variable. I'm going to be using diamond cuts. So I'm going to change this to clarity. I'm going to make diamond cuts to be at this side. So now as you can see, you can observe our data. Now the data has been splitted, or we can say the plot has been splitted both by diamond clarity and diamond cuts. So this allows you to also see how the clarity looks like in various diamond cuts. You can see that we have higher carats in premium diamonds and also ideal diamonds. But when you look at fair diamond cuts and good diamond cuts and very good diamond cuts, the carats mostly are below 3, except for the class I1, which I have already explained earlier on. These insights you can make from your data by faceting. Without faceting your data, it's very difficult for you to make this kind of insight. This shows the importance of faceting in data visualization. Next, we are going to be talking about the facet wrap function. The facet wrap function actually works just like the facet grid function, except that in this case, it's going to be taking a single variable. So they are both similar. We just let difference. We want to facet by the cuts. So important difference between the facet grid and the facet wrap is that in the facet grid, the function is actually going to split your data on the same row. But in the facet wrap function, it's actually going to move it to another row. As you can see, it has already moved 2 cuts to another row. So that's all about the facet functions in ggplot2 and how you can use them.